Vanakkam and welcome to a very special Sunday sadhana. The grace, purity, tenderness and sculpturesque poses of a Bharatanatyam dancer mesmerize and transport a viewer to a land of hypnotic mysticism. Through its intricate footwork, hand mudras and facial expressions, a story comes alive. No writing, no letters, no radio nor television needed. Just the passion for pure performance. Today on Sunday Sadhana, we feature a special documentary on this classical Indian art form and focus on the discipline, dedication and devotion that this traditional dance demands.
Ancient times, when Westerners looked beyond the banks of the Indus River, they referred to the land on the other side as Indi, Yenda, or later, India. Yet, the people from this subcontinent themselves called their own land Bharat, meaning cherished in the Sanskrit language. This language was their university of values and the bedrock of their traditions. Dance, or Nathya, was the flowering beauty of their culture, given pride of place in temples. And thus, Bharatanatyam, the cherished dance of India, was born.
Our art, Bharatanatyam, is the essence of our Haindava dharma or Hindu way of life. And normally we say Sanatana dharma, that is the original name for this. The Hindu word has come from the Western people, but otherwise it is called Sanatana dharma. Sanatana means eternal and all comprises, all embracing way of life.
The word Bharat or Bharata, Bha is for Bhavam, which is the expressive aspect of dance, Ra, which is for the ragam or the melodies used in all our music, and Ta is the talam, the rhythm, the rhythmical pattern of dance, the way it's set. So that's Bharata, being created by Lord Bharata for the land of Bharat, from the land of Bharat, and Natyam is actually dance. So using the ragam, the talam, the bhavam, you actually have something created as Natyam.
This art is very unique because it comprises of the physical aspect, mental aspect and spiritual aspect. 3 in 1. So you can call it the essence of our Veda. And if I quote the ancient scripture in Sanskritam, it's called Natyakhyam Panchamam Vedam, Natyakhyam Panchamam Vedam. This is the 5th Veda. There are 4 Vedas. Now this has become the 5th Veda, a compilation of the 4 Vedas.
Yes.
The name Bharatanatyam has another distinct root, the Natya Shastra, a Sanskrit text sometimes referred to as the fifth Veda, whose author was called Bharata.
It is the fifth Veda that's been created for entertainment and enlightenment for the people. It was at those times it was as an activity to bring communities together and enjoy the scriptures through dance and drama and music.
Actually, the whole Renaissance, the whole revival of this ancient art started in 1936. Rukmini Devi, a great visionary, she founded Kalakshetra, and then she developed this art for the welfare of the people, and also revive its old traditions.
Bharatanatyam comes with a lineage of a great parampara coming from the shastras of the traditions and the text of dance, and then sampradaya, which is the traditions of Indian culture, Indian stories, Indian mythology. And really, once you understand this mythology and essence of what our culture is about, it's using dance as a medium and an opportunity to get in touch with the creator as well as the cosmos.
Bharatanatyam is basically the dance form that was prevalent in the temples of South India many, many years ago. In the temples, the deity was worshipped in several different ways, with flowers, with a lot of mantras. Dance was also a form of worship. Music was already there. The Nadaswaram used to be played when the deity was taken around in a procession in the temple courtyard. And it was at that time that the dancers who were trained to dance in the temples, they would actually be ahead and the deity would follow in a procession. So the dancers would dance certain specific dance numbers called the kautvams in praise of that particular deity of that temple. So it was a kind of offering to the Lord. Music earlier was only South Indian classical music, that is Carnatic music, and the language was originally only either Tamil or Telugu. But nowadays, because of the cosmopolitan nature of learners as well as audience, we have items which are not necessarily pertaining to only South Indian culture.
The text in the ancient text which has been written thousands of years ago, they have given a leverage. They have given the liberty for the generations to create new things. Akritya cheshtaya chinnair jatya vijnaya vastutaha swayam vitarka kartavyam natya shastram budhai. The ancient writer, the sage, he was so liberal, he said, according to the time, change without deviating from the basic.
Learning Bharatanatyam is a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual journey between the guru and the student. By this I mean, the student is taken completely under the wing of the guru. This spiritual journey is an important part in the life of a student. The respect that she accords to the Guru is of utmost importance.
No tradition can unfold without a guru-shishya parampara. It's so important that one believes in a guru. It's only a guru that can unfold. Dance is just the medium, but it's only a guru that can unfold and really lead you into the light of what does this legacy actually unfold. And this legacy is not just learning dance, it's about life, it's about lessons.
It's a very beautiful relationship, I think. It's very different from being a daughter and a mother. You know, that's a different. This is something totally different. They may not, or not all of them continue still to dance. You know, sometimes it happens. But this thread of dance, you know, this continued thread of this aspect of being a guru and shishya, that is still there forever.
Snake, serpent, with expression, do it with expression. Snake goes like that on the ground, not up.
We always say our gurus are the seers. Although they are far away in India, but they will send that knowledge because you have made that link between your guru and yourself, and that respect is there even though he physically doesn't see you.
We start the day with a regular prayer to all the gods, especially to the Bhuma Devi, that is to Earth, Mother Earth. And a community prayer which is all-encompassing, saying that let's work together, let's eat together, let's strengthen our knowledge together, let's not have enmity to each other, let's build our character together. That's a beautiful prayer. It's a universal prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasviravadhi Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Acharya Shishya Siddhyartham Pushpanjalim Adharate Om.
Tvangam is what I used today was a wooden plank, which is called a tattamane, and this is the tattamane, and this is the tattakali, the stick. So this is for keeping time. But on the stage we do not use this. When we teach them dance, we also have to teach them basic tala structure. We teach them the songs that they have learned. They have to be able to sing, because tomorrow they go out to become teachers. So they should be able to sing. So they are taught how to keep time with their hands. They're taught how to sing. When we do all that, we have to explain the whole background, and only then will that feeling come from within.
In the ancient days when the tribals were there, they used to show physical movement to show something before the language. So that has been codified into, slowly developed into hand gestures and facial expressions. Because expressions are the uniqueness about our art. And combined with the hand gestures, we have developed alphabets which can combine together and it can communicate certain things. I'll show you. We have alphabets like Pataka, Tripataka, Ardhapataka, and so on, and also like Simkhamukha, the Mayurasya, and Hamsasya, and all these gestures communicate something.
It's a language, it's a form of communication. Our hands, our hastas and mudras are our communicative tools.
Shringara, where you express love for somebody. You show valor, then you show surprise, then you show disgust, and you show anger, you show fear, you show compassion, and we have the Shanta Rasa is supposed to be the king of all rasas, where all these rasas are embedded. And the Shanta Rasa is one where you don't do anything to your face. You're at peace.
Lord Krishna always plays the flute on the one side. Then the mudra here, if I say I want to play this flute with the same mudra, I would go like this. And if I want to show an expression of, say, fluttering in the wind and Krishna playing the flute, and I would say this, and of course move the flute. It creates a beautiful picture. I'm able to tell the story.
We have to understand the meaning of the song and interpret it only with the body expressions. So that becomes a very intensive yogic practice, and it finally becomes a meditation. If I want to communicate a deer, and then the expression of the deer comes in the eyes. It is always timid and frightened. But when the same gesture, I use it for Simha or lion, I use a ferocious face expression. Then people understand it.
So the hastas with the expression, with the body movement, they tell a story. All the dance stories that we do, they all relate to the good and the evil, victory of good over the evil, and how compassion is a necessary part of life.
This dance was traditionally performed by the Devadasis, or temple dancers, who dedicated their lives to serving the temple deity. Their performances were fit for the gods, and they spoke in a poetry of gesture and signs. Knowledge of this delicate art form was handed down from generation to generation.
I think it is very important to feel that I have to learn more. There's more. There's more. How can you put an end to anything of this kind of an artwork? There's no perfection in art. You can never say 100% like in maths or physics. There's no percentage at all.
With the British colonization of India and the rapid social changes that followed, this unique dance was almost lost to the modern world. However, in the early 19th century, largely due to the efforts of four brothers known as the Tanjore Quartet, Bharatanatyam was codified and documented into the form of that we know today.
There has been a lot of changes, but within the parameter of the Bharatiya aesthetics, that is Indian aesthetic. Because we have a culture developed here. It's the most ancient culture in the world, as you know. All the ways that we are, including our ways of our dressing, is all scientific.
Over the centuries, with creativity and innovations, it's been molded into something very divine, very spiritual, and very meaningful into our society today, without losing the purpose and the essence of the art.
It's not just thinking of God alone. Thinking of something good, making your life more beautiful, helping people, being to be able to understand everybody and to bring everyone together, and then lifting up everybody in a positive way is spiritual also to me.
That journey doesn't end only with become a dancer. They spread that journey even to their own children or within the family. That beautiful deportment for them is a complete journey of your life. That knowledge that you acquired, that beauty that you shared with your master, continues throughout life.
If you wake up with a classical art, you wake up with a tradition, you wake up with a great legacy that will last a lifetime. It shapes your entire life into everything that unfolds in front of you. It's because of a classical art.
Compared to the millennia before the British ruled that this art form existed, the period since its revival in the 1930s through to the present day has been one of exciting change. More than the temple stage, more than the stage of India, this ancient art form has moved elegantly and with poise to be very much a part of the bright lights of today's world stage, yet still anchored in the piety and pride of tradition of the days of yore.